let's not disparage the brave mall cops that are out there segueing. They're segueing between a Wetzel's Pretzels and a Jamba Juice.
Everyone loves summer, but nobody loves sweaty plums. So use the code WITHHAMMER at manscaped.com and cool your man fruit with the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Ball Toner. Don't forget to trim your underbrush with the Lawnmower 4.0 and enjoy a summer of fun thanks to Manscaped. Again, that's code WITHHAMMER for 20% off at manscaped.com.
Let's talk about this, guys. We're in Fashion Island, Newport Beach, and these guys run into Louis Vuitton, jack the place with all the purses, and go running out in front of us. What would you do? What would you do, Brandi, if you saw that?
Well, that happened. I was at Saks in Vegas with Samantha Bush, and we're looking at shoes, and we hear this commotion, and we look over, and...
Wait. With Samantha's Bush? I didn't get that. As a porn convention, what were you doing?
Samantha Bush is Kyle Bush's wife.
Okay. Sorry, Samantha.
Yeah.
So
good friend of mine likes to shop. Anyway, we're looking at shoes, and we hear some commotion, and we look over, and there's a couple of guys trying to run out. They're trying to steal purses, but some of them have that cord.
The cord, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like running. He's trying to break it, to get out, and so it's making a commotion.
Strong.
Yeah. And it's like knocking shit over, and people are freaking out, but nobody's allowed to touch anybody, and so everyone just kind of stands there. Because what do you do?
I'm going to tell you, us old guys, we see that happening just because we don't approve. If I get a chance to cheap shot you, it's coming. Period.
Well, there is more that can be done as a customer than as an employee at those places, right? Because whoever's working behind the counter, having managed a lot of people in that situation, the companies advise you, hey, sure, we don't pay you that well, but you're also not somebody who should go running after them and possibly get yourself more injured than our net margin on that thing.
Right.
So go ahead and let it walk out the door if we don't have to do a workers' comp claim with you.
Listen, guys, hire the freaking 480-pound gorilla at the front door, and that can just slam everybody as they come by.
If you hire these... So they have these security companies, at the restaurant, there's just in the shopping center, they hire, security.
Sure.
For a while, it was just this like super old guy. And then it was this much older lady who was heavy set and would just sit in her car and read books all day. I'm like, what the fuck is she going to do? Is she going to tackle somebody? Is she going to, you know what I mean? Like,
no.
How is she security? It doesn't make sense to me on any level. She's just a presence.
I want like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Lou Ferrigno, the Hulk.
You want a big guy.
Yeah,
you want somebody large and intimidating and menacing that is,
But in all fairness, if China was still around, God bless you, girl, if you were still around, you'd make a great security. Nobody would break into that store,
I mean, it's just kind of one of those scenarios now. It's just the laws are basically now here to protect the criminals, and instead of the people that are losing in this situation.
If this wasn't illegal, I think we should probably figure out a plan to go raid a store. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like that
we can't get away with it.
It's that Lululemon thing that happened the other day. I mean, why did they get fired for calling 911? I don't understand.
Man, Lululemon, you guys did what, 10 billion last year, whatever. And you fire these people that have been, good employees, and they were scared to death, but they have respect for their product, and they want to.
Why are they fired? You're not allowed to call the cops either? I'm so
crazy.
Confused. You just let them go? What if somebody was hurt? I don't understand. I'm very confused.
Well, hopefully Lululemon, you go bankrupt. What the hell, if you're going to treat your employees like that.
Well, that's happening across the board too. It. I mean, they're closing a lot of like the big box stores because they're just being robbed all day long.
I will say I support Hammer not being in Lululemon leggings as well.
I look great. That is so unfair. I look great in Lululemons.
Your vision might be great, but ours is not.
Man.
My vision's not great. That's why I got these glasses.
Holy shit.
No, but guys, I mean, it's crazy what's going on out there. These poor people are, I don't know what the people in the stores make, but it can't be much more than minimum wage.
It's not generally.
Right.
Yeah, and that's even like...
I mean, you've worked in retail.
Yeah. And even across your price point locations, like, even for a luxury goods deal or anything, like it still becomes more commission based, right? So what somebody's protecting is really their sale, not necessarily the product. And that's even like by admission of the companies, right? Because like your time is worth this much, and only if you're making us money, this is what you're worth. So they really are in the position to not pursue.
It's kind of funny. If you go backwards on this, a number of years ago, my wife and I were in Hawaii, and we went into Louis Vuitton, and me looking like I look.
You guys go there a lot, huh?
We do. And they didn't want to help me. And they were looking at us like, river rats. So we went next door. My wife went to Chanel, and she bought a bunch of stuff. And then we walked back through and with the bags and all that. And all of a sudden, everybody wants to help you. But it's interesting to me for those...
Like Pretty Woman?
I'm sure it happens all the time. But, when you look like this. Anyway, in my Lululemons. I just really worry about the employees because it's just not fair to them. As a company, you need to have good security, so these don't have to go through that.
But places like Louis Vuitton and Chanel, they always have a security. Every time I've ever walked into any of those stores, they have security.
But what are they doing?
By the front door. I guess apparently they're just there to look menacing. I mean, I assume that they were armed and
you would think.
I mean, but like department stores and things like that, or big box like Walmarts or things like that, or smaller stores like Lululemon, they don't have somebody. But places where there's very high ticket items, it might as well be a jewelry store. Louis Vuitton, you buy,
Yeah.
Same price as buying a diamond ring is buying a handbag.
All I'm going to say to you little bitches out there committing these crimes.
You're geniuses because you're not going to get in trouble for it?
No, but it'll come back and haunt you, believe me.
Oh, eventually, yes. Karma will always
100%.
Eventually bite you in your ass.
It's going to mess you up big time.
I also, let's not disparage the brave mall cops that are out there segueing. They're segueing between a Wetzel's Pretzels and a Jamba Juice.
Never seen anybody tougher on a Segway.
Yeah. And you can catch anybody on a Segway.
Segway, yeah. They don't go too fast.
Yeah.
Hats off to the Segway development and stabilizing team, because the fact that there's not a tipping hazard on those things, that is incredible. For some of the employees I've seen on those.
My fat ass has been on one of those, and I was impressed, believe me. But the guy that owns Segway did go off a cliff in his, so I don't know. Right?
Is that what, really?
That's how he died. Went off a cliff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm getting on the goog for that one.
That's
Yeah. Hey, guys, check it out. He did. He went off a cliff.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
I think somebody probably gave him a little help, but that's what happened.
Oh,
so guys,
my gosh. Yeah, he was segwaying he reversed the Segway to let a dog walker get past him.
And he went off the cliff.
He fell off a cliff into the river wharf.
Uh-huh.
What?
See, if you want facts, just ask Hammer.
Oh,
He'll tell you.
Goodness.
And I don't even need that stupid computer.
That's funny. But they're perfectly safe, ladies and gentlemen.
Perfectly safe, yes. I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we could cut that.
Yeah.
That was kind of a long segue. But now we'll end on our own cliff.
That actually worked.